Hi, this is Greg with Best Choice Trailers. Today we're going to take a walk around a Load Trail GP Series Gooseneck Beaver Tail Deckover. This unit's equipped in a HOTSHOT application. It's got a lot of features that'd be ideal to that industry. It's certainly able to be used for a wide variety of different uses. So let's take a look around this unit. We'll show you all those features. So this is a 102 by 40 foot. It's equipped with a 12,000 pound axle upgrade, which is going to rate the trailer GVW at 25.9. Unit's going to come in just under 10,000 pounds empty. It's going to give a net legal payload of about 16,040 plus your tongue weight. Generally, my very simple rule of thumb would be you're going to get about 1% tongue weight for every foot of trailer. So about 40% would be high side. More realistically on this length trailer, probably more like 28 to 30. But again, could go higher, really depending on how this particular unit gets loaded. So let's take a look around. First of all, I-beam frame. On a 12K axle, they go from a 19 to a 22 foot-pound. Of course, it's got your pinstripings, it's got your dual jacks, it's got a full front toolbox. I like how the neck gussets are done from the vertical to the horizontal, and then from the vertical to the outside rail. It gives a lot of extra stability, gives it a nice clean look. It's got the blue style cold weather wire harness. Simply going to allow this harness to stay flexible even down to very cold negative 65 degree temperatures. So again, cold weather harness on it. It's also got a gooseneck style 2 5/16 coupler. It's got a reinforcement on it. Of course, you got your 2 set bolts. On the 12K axles, they go to a very heavy-duty set of high-test safety chains and hooks. More than you necessarily need, but certainly, like many things in this trailer, they're overdone a little bit. Again, your dual jacks. These have the max side steps, so you get a nice wide step. On this unit, we've equipped the ratchet tracks going down the side, so they are fully adjustable. So you've got, I believe, 10 of those going down the side. Also got an underframe bridge. So underneath the I-beam, you've got basically a material similar to rub rail, if you're not familiar with an underframe. And then it's got channel uprights, give or take, I believe they're about every 2 feet. So again, an underframe bridge is designed, if you've got something fairly heavy load-wise, it'll help disperse the weight to a wider area on the beam. Now again, it is a 12 foot-pound beam. This is a pierced frame. Pierced frame simply means your cross members are going to run through the main frame to get your deck height down 4 inches. So we'll show you the top side of that here in a second. You'll also notice the gussets going out to the outriggers. They do a nice job with that. Gives some extra support there. And you also notice the big tube going underneath there down the center would be what would be referred to as a torque tube. I believe a torque tube would be similar to like a well casing. I believe it's right in the vicinity of 6-inch diameter. I believe it's about a 1/4 inch wall. If you went off-road on this, that would help in the event of racking of the trailer side to side. So the underframe bridge you see there would be for a heavy concentrated load. It's going to help spread, and then the torque tube would help in, say, an off-road application or similar where it rocks side to side. So very heavy built the way this is set up. Now, if you ever see an I-beam coming through the top of the frame, that would be a pierced frame. That's some extra work as shown there where you pierce the cross members through the main frame. Takes your deck height from about 36 inches down to 32. Gets you a lower center of gravity and then certainly a better load angle. So ideal setup. For tie downs, we've got the stake pockets. You've got your rub rail, and then you got chain spools between each of your stake pockets. You got tie downs going down each side in addition to the adjustable ratchets on this particular unit. You can also generally tell a pierced frame unit with the heavy-duty fender wells. Instead of being wood over them, it's got heavy tread plate. These are Dexter brand axles. These are upgraded to a 12K axle. When you go to the 10s and 12s, you're going to get a oil bath setup. These are oil. On Load Trail, this has the HDSS Hutch style suspension. That's an adjustable suspension setup. designed for heavier use than the traditional slipper spring. I'm told that the bushings on this are designed for million-mile wear. It's also got an adjustable trailing suspension. So I'll try and show you an underneath picture of that. A lot different than a standard suspension. All your components are heavier all the way around. Instead of your lesser springs, this has 3 very heavy-duty springs. I'm also told it's higher tensile strength steel. Again, they've got a more impressive looking slipper. Again, it is also adjustable. Components are designed to last longer. Okay, this also has an electric hydraulic brake upgrade. If you're not familiar with electric hydraulic disc brakes, certainly gives you better stopping. So what they've done here, they've got a toolbox right in front of the tires. The thought process behind this is the shorter the brake line, the quicker you're going to build the pressure needed to stop. So they wanted it as close to the axles as possible. Being that they're Dexter axles, they also use a Dexter brand actuator. And then behind this, it's got a Ford Chevy adapter. So not all brake controllers are designed to work with electric hydraulic brakes, but on this, they've put an adapter that would allow some brake controllers that aren't electric hydraulic compatible to be compatible without replacing brake controllers. Now, if it's an aftermarket controller, not quite as big of a deal, but if it's a factory integrated controller, that's certainly a nice feature to have. Unit's also got a mid-marker light. They also use a Gladiator brand tire on these. So while pretty much all trailer tires nowadays are out of China, the Gladiator seems to be one of the better brands and is available pretty much throughout the continental US in the need of replacement or any sort of warranty, whatnot. We've equipped this unit as well with the full width max ramps. Been a few years. They redesigned these to where they're now sprung both ways. It used to be a chore to get them to the upright position. Now not so much, because they are again sprung both ways. So this is a 5-foot dovetail, self-cleaning cleated beaver tail. It's got a nice, very simple latch setup that holds them tight. Of course, your rub rail's extended back there. So give you a shot. On the max ramps, they have the cleats as well. A couple little details that I can appreciate. They go to a lot of extra work to make those cleats able to grab. So you've got about a 1/4 inch reveal there to where you're going to get a little bit better traction. Also, instead of a piece of formed for a bumper at the back, they take and use a nice heavy box for that bumper. Just remember, the ramps are only as strong as what they're going to push off of. We've got the solid back, so if you want a solid 40-foot deck, you've got it. It's got a few extra lights. You're only required to have 3 in the center and then a stop-turn tail. They've got an extra set of markers and stop-turn tails on this particular unit. Again, the latch setups on these are fairly simple to operate, even with one hand. Got your adjustable ratchet track, and then on these they also have the Load Max embossed mud flaps. This unit's going to be 35 foot of flat deck, 5 foot of beaver tail. And with your tongue weight, I'll assume a 20% tongue weight. It's going to be about 5,000 pounds. Again, you're going to bump your net legal payload just over 20,000 pounds on a unit like this. Ideal minimum truck would be a 3500 dually. Certainly some guys would pair this with a 45 or 5500. You can even pair them with a road tractor. We can get a 5th wheel adapter up in the neck on these. Load Trail does a Sherwin-Williams powder coat. They also do a zinc primer now on these as standard feature. So not only do they have a thick coat of paint, but it's got a good primer on there. A lot of manufacturers go straight to powder. There is no primer underneath them. This is a powdered primer. Fully sealed wire harness front to back on this unit. Generally, they're going to protect it, clip it back. It is a modular harness, so in the event you ever got a problem, simply clip together. Normally, you're going to have one in the neck And then normally you're gonna have one pretty well go down the side rail, and then one at the back that clips together your back lights. So it's sealed, and again, it'd be what we call a modular harness. If you ever do damage, you can get a section of it. If you have any questions on this or any of our other trailers, feel free to give us a ring at 717-220-4220, or visit us on the web at bestchoicetrailers.com.